It's a reality check when you realize your spouse, who once phoned you nightly, abruptly stops checking in. I know it sounds odd, but truths hold weight. Clara used to call constantly when I was out with friends, often nagging me. For instance, if we were hanging out at a pub, a rare occurrence, maybe for a buddy's birthday, the moment I lifted my drink, my phone would ring. Hey, you all right? Don't overdo it. Promise you won't drive. Grab a bite and watch your wallet. All reasonable advice, but sometimes it irked me. Still, I'd patiently reassure her. Then, without warning, Clara quit calling altogether. I noticed weeks ago during a fishing trip with my pals, our annual 2-day getaway. Usually by dusk on day one, we'd all get a few check-ins from home. But my phone stayed mute the whole trip. Same on day 2. Only as we prepped to leave did I spot a missed call. She asked if I was fine when I'd returned and mentioned making dinner. Frankly, it confused me. Why the shift? Don't get me wrong. I'm no fan of helicopter spouses. I'm a grown man with a close crew of lifelong friends, all upstanding guys. But I also hated feeling like Clara couldn't care less. After the trip, I scrutinized her behavior, comparing past and present. My observations weren't comforting. Like anyone, I hoped I was overthinking. Sadly, I wasn't. For a full week post-trip, Clara never called during work. Before, she'd ring multiple times daily, asking about my day or dinner plans. She'd greet me tiredly at the door, help with my coat, set the table, reheat meals, brew tea, or massage my shoulders. If I mentioned a headache, she'd dart for painkillers. It felt storybook perfect, and it wasn't one-sided. I doted on her too, driving her to appointments, surprising her with flowers, planning date nights. I believed a social, engaged partner meant a happier marriage, and for a while, it worked. Lately, though, I'd return home to find her glued to TV shows or video chatting friends. She'd say, "Dinner's in the microwave. Make your own tea." One Friday, I begged for Advil, writhing from a migraine. She shrugged, "Think we're out," and kept scrolling. I half expected her to dash to the store or ask neighbors, but she didn't budge. That's when it clicked. Clara's affection was fading, and the only plausible reason was someone else. The idea tormented me, but logic insisted there had to be a trigger, and a new flame fit. I began snooping on her calls, but she only chatted about sales, haircuts, etc. She still arrived home punctually. If late, she'd lug groceries inside, blaming rush hour crowds, a believable excuse. Then I uncovered something. During a weekday off, my power plant job has rotating shifts. Clara came home at 7 p.m., dropped bags by the door, and rushed to the bathroom. I tidied up, spotting a receipt in a bag. Out of habit, I scanned it. Bread, pickles, salami, mundane items. But the timestamp read 12:47 p.m. She'd shopped during lunch. Yet, when Elena exited the bathroom, she rambled, "You've no idea how swamped the grocery store near my office gets after work." The checkout line took ages. Normally, I'd shrug it off, but the receipt showed a 12:47 p.m. timestamp. If she'd shopped at noon, why the gap after her 5 p.m. shift? She arrived home at 7 o'clock. Even with commuting, over an hour remained unaccounted for. She'd clearly lied to mask that missing time. I began calling Elena more often, especially after switching to night shifts for extra pay, leaving her alone evenings. Sometimes she'd claim she was heading to bed, and I dread imagining her tangled in sheets with another man. Turns out my fears weren't baseless. Once, I caught her in a blatant lie. I phoned her at 9 p.m. "Hey, Elena, staying warm?" "Yep, just sip tea, wrapped in a blanket, watching TV. Off to bed soon." "Got it. By the way, my friend Liam needs to return my drill. He'll swing by shortly." She panicked. "Oh no, my friend Jordan just called. We're going for a walk. Can Liam come tomorrow?" "But you said you were going to sleep." "I napped earlier and forgot about Jordan. Please call Liam back." What more proof did I need? My suspicion hardened, and I resolved to confront her. Days later, I faked a night shift, parked down the street, and waited in the cold. After 90 minutes, Elena called, feigning concern. "How's work?" I said all was fine. Shortly after, the kitchen light flicked on. I crept closer, hiding behind trees. A man's shadow crossed a window before curtains snapped shut. I raced inside. Elena sprinted into the hallway, flinching but forcing a smile. "Sweetheart, you're back." She hugged me tightly, blocking my path. "I missed you. Let's go to bed. I'll pamper you." I shoved past her, stormed into the kitchen, and found it empty until I spotted the ajar window. Outside, a man writhed in pain below, having leapt onto a snow-capped debris pile. "Elena," I said coldly, planning to jump after him or walk out like an adult. She fled outside, consoling him while dialing 911. I hurled her coat, purse, and random clutter out the window. A champagne bottle sat on the table. I poured a glass, watching him struggle to load the howling man onto a stretcher. Pathetic, devastating, enraging. I'd slaved nights to save for us, while she'd squandered them on a spineless fool. So, that's how it ended. I'll never grasp what she felt was lacking, or how she justified such betrayal.